but still losing a whole lot themselves. He's still only at 8 mutas, and he was closer to 12 beforehand. You really need to build up a nice big flock so that you can go in, snipe off a cannon or a pylon or both, and really wreak havoc on the worker line. Now Monchi's very, very expecting, very prepared for this mutalist Karas play. I'm not sure if the Dark Templar Shrine must have been spotted. Spore crawlers all over the place, except for the main, but still ready to spot any Dark T, I guess that would work, but DT shenanigans. And we do see this is what you're looking for. You're looking for a good 13 mutas come in. There was a delay, there was a pause. Monchi saying, I've got a delay. Aristeo saying, I don't have it. But another pause. Apparently Monchi's having some lag, which could really affect how things are going. 2 more cannons going down here and a warp prism, so we're likely going to see some drop play, some DT proxy warp in happening. Yes, there are the 4 Dark Templar warping in. 5 PCs on one internet. Oh, he's got 2 brothers that play, and they're downloading. So that's where the lag's coming in. We see getting ready for a 2-pronged attack here from Aristeo. Maybe he knows that his opponent won't be able to react as quickly to everything that's going on. He's going to fly right into these cannons here, and Blinkstalker's reacting with no lag whatsoever. He really needs to bring down these Zerglings, and I guess he would be beating against a wall. My fault there. These, wow, 8 Dark Templar moving right up along the side. They are ready to just wreak some havoc. One splitting away, make sure there's no expansion here. Spoiler alert, it's been here the whole time. And here they're coming in. One Spine Crawler going to spite them. But oh, that Spore Crawler is going to get sniped right away. Not even a single DT going to die. The Spine Crawler following in suit. And now they're all going to focus down to the real heavy DPS coming in from the Dark Templar. 50 damage per swing. Going to absolutely demolish that hatchery. We see, surprisingly enough, Ace Overseer is getting warped in. Who would have guessed? Weapons level 2 just finished. These Dark Templar are swinging at 55 a shot. Unfortunately, they can't outrun the Overseer and the Mulus. Good splitting. Trying to save at least one, trying to do some damage, not going to do anything at all. However, he did destroy the 3rd, which is going back down, and there's going to be some long distance mining in the meantime. We see no other Dark Templar on the field, but there still is that warp prism. Really needs to just warp in something right here, which is looking like what he may do any second. A little bit of a harassment going over here as Monchi tries to drop his 4th. Getting harassed a bit by Aristeo's Zergling set, but the Zerglings are going to fall very, very quickly. And this warp prism, yep, just chilling. Now Aristeo taking another semi-sneaky expansion, going on again for a natural of another corner, and not really going for one of the more expected areas. Maybe hoping to catch his opponent off guard. Blinkstalker is going to move forward very quickly and try to snipe at as many of these Mutalists as possible. Sentries and Zealots flaying backwards. And more Mutalists might get taken out, but these Mutas so mobile, so fast, moving all over the place. Going to snipe out this cannon right away and get straight into the mineral line. They have the +2 damage, so they're doing 11 a shot, and then it bounces with the Glaive Worm. More Zerglings moving about the field. A drone transfer going down. And it looks like Aristeo is trying to spot some tech that could be going on. Oh, this is a serious Artosis pylon if it gets sniped out. But no, Aristeo is going to back out, going to come back to this 3rd. And this is exactly what you need to do with Mutalists. You need to just punish immobility wherever possible. And then just keep on moving. Still, Monchi being an exceptional Protoss player, keeping up with all the movements of the Mutalists, blinking ahead, trying to catch them wherever possible. However, we have a large Zergling running coming in here. No cannons are down in the natural except in the very back. Unfortunately, he's trying to get them to go for the probes, but no such luck. The cannons are going to draw the, I guess it would be aggro, the attack direction of the Zerglings. More Stalkers are warped in to help with this. A Zealot going to be blocking their retreat. Monchi is 200. Well, both players are at 200 max supply, but neither fully capped out. Both might be just about ready to. And a few of these Stalkers are going to get taken out. Now, we do have also the +2 for the melee has finished. So these Zerglings are actually doing a surprisingly large amount of damage as they wail on these Stalkers. A little blink micro save the last one there. Oh, but this could be huge if he snipes out enough of the Stalkers that the Mulas could be far more powerful and finish off the entire group. However, I think there are just going to be too many Stalkers. Easily several large groups blinking forward, taking out the Mulas wherever possible. Just such a powerful entire ball from Monchi. Even so, that Mulas, like I was talking about earlier, the mobility of the Mulas on this map can be absolutely unreal. And Aristeo really being a fan of the Spinecrawler play, and I can't say that I blame him. I mean, it's usually a safe play, especially if you have extra minerals. Pull a drone or 3, make some Spinecrawlers. It doesn't cost any food. You're up on minerals. You can remake the drones quickly enough. We do have Zerg Flyer level 1 Carapace finishing up. Or a little bit past halfway, and the ground as well, as he comes in and swoops in for more harassment. Going for the pylon that is going to at least disable 1 cannon. Going for the pylon that is going to disable the other 2. No, it's not. It's not an Artosis pylon. It's got a buddy. It's got a tasteless pylon there with it. And he's going to pull out, but again, a 2-pronged attack. Zerglings coming in here very quickly, going to be wrecking down these photon cannons, but there are just so many photons cannons. There were 7 of this entire base, and then with Zealots, now with Charge warping in. Not a lot of damage done at all. Need to get some probes. There he goes, back onto this gas. And Aristeo is doing what he needs to be doing in terms of tech paths and harass, but he's not doing what's going to kill his opponent. He needs to get now as armor and shields level 1, or armor level 2 and shields level 1 begin to build up for our Protoss. Aristeo really just needs to come out with some beefy units, some high damage units, or at least attack in one large ball and just completely crush this 4th, and then move down maybe and crush the natural and move to the 3rd. We haven't seen any more DTs warping in, and Pathogen Glands is finishing up. Apparently he's getting tired just a little bit of that blink. And more blink coming in, going to be demolishing. Look at how many Mutalisks there are. After that engagement, we still have 31 Mutalisks on the field, along with 30 Zerglings now, as they try to make yet another attack at the 4th, going to find themselves repelled pretty quickly. And this could lead to a large engagement right here. Nope, both players backing away. +3 has been finished for our ground Protoss, which would explain if somebody was wondering, why is he going for armor and not weapons? Well, it's because his weapons are as good as they can get. This game, very good, just harassment back and forth. We did see the hatchery was found and taken out, likely by a series of DTs and maybe some Stalkers to go with. And Monchi having some great game sense, already pulling his Stalkers back. I thought I heard some transfuses. No, I'm hearing transfuses. Are you hearing transfuses? Blink Stalkers moving forward, repelling the Mutalisks just as quickly. And the thing is that he can harass the natural all he likes now, because Monchi really doesn't care. There aren't a ton of minerals left here. Oh, this is sneaky, going right past where the natural was. There's now Monchi is dropping his 5th base. His Mutalisks might find it, probably not. And as +2 armor is finished and +3 weapons, or +3 armor is on the way, along with some Archons, we can see Monchi is saying, alright, time to finish this. Blinking forward with his Stalkers, doing a ton of damage versus these 4 crawlers are noted as armored, which the Stalkers do bonus against. We saw that Pathogen Glands was being researched. I'm not sure if it finished. I know the Spire is on the way. DT's coming in. They must have sniped it out, the old one. And Monchi is saying, I am just ready to finish this game. Now we do have Aristeo is coming in and destroying, and I mean hard destroying the fourth of Monchi. However, it's not going to matter much when you're losing your natural, you're losing your main, you're getting ready to lose just about everything you've got. Aristeo has expanded to the bottom left main, so he is ready to make that his new main, but he's still supply blocked as well, producing 8 overlords at a time, but still more getting sniped out as they fly right over the stalkers. Spawning pool is being taken down, just needs to blink forward with these stalkers, do as much damage as they possibly can. More zealots are hacking at the hive here. Mutalisks coming in, getting destroyed by stalkers and cannons, although there's still so many of them left, and as the probes are clustering up, not what you want to do for Mutalisks. The glaive orb does bounce with proximity, and they're going to be doing a ton of damage to the actual harvesting core of Monchi. Now this is a huge problem, because Monchi was saying, well, that's fine, I don't need this, it's so low. Well, but I don't need this because it's so... well, you need something. This Nexus is going to get taken out very quickly. The Stalkers are hoofing it back as fast as they possibly can. More groups here coming in. He has 45 Stalkers in one control group. As he's trying to warp them in. Aristeo hasn't been supply blocked. He's making 26 and 16 Zerglings. Spire is just finishing. More spine crawlers are going down, but he only has these 2 bases left. Blinkers, the Blink Stalkers, which they are blinkers, they're blinking right on up into the base. They took out the Queen, they're taking out the Zerglings, they're pulling back out of the Spinecrawler reach. The Mutalisks are continuing to harass here, but there are Archons in here that are doing the bonus splash damage, and they do have the +3, so they're doing something ridiculous like, oh my god, overpowered to the face, 47 versus biological, plus splash damage, and these Mutalisks love to cluster up. These Blink Stalkers are moving through the back of the new main, I guess it would be, of Aristeo, doing lots of damage, sniping out this Spire, and the 14 Mutalisks are being spawned. It's going to stop any others from being created. As they warp in, he tries to snipe out as many of the Stalkers as he can. He's getting more and more Overlords. It's not going to supply cap his opponent just yet, but it is going to prevent just how much he can do. Now he has this cluster of Stalkers here that are going to be doing a lot of damage. Even drones being pulled to absorb hits while the Mutalisks do the necessary DPS. But he still has this whole group with 3 Archons and all these Stalkers coming in and shooting. Aristeo is being pushed against the ropes. More Zealots have been warped in, and they've taken out all the remaining notable buildings of the original spawn. Look, so many spine crawlers. 15 dropped right here, trying to stop anything from coming in, which it's easily going to deter those Zealots. And I think that will be enough to hold Monchi for a little bit. Now, the downside is that Monchi needs to get his a new Nexus up, or at least transfer probes over here. Aristeo, knowing that his opponent has to be mining from somewhere to be keeping all this up, trying to scout for any other bases, he is going to find the 5th of Monchi that has been going for some time. More warp-ins have come into this area that are going to at least try to stop these Stalkers, but the reinforcements coming in time, he's going to try to do as much worker damage as he can with these Mutalisks. But it's not going to be enough. 123 supply to 54. And I am absolutely positive that somewhere there was a crucial DT attack that I missed. And I am going to get railed on that. My apologies for it. Aristeo coming in here, making sure that Monchi hasn't expanded back to his 3rd. Taking out a pylon here or there. Hoping that it will unpower these warp gates. Not the case. The income tab, 31 to 41 harvesters. We look like we're back at the 10-minute mark, but no, we're at the 31, almost 32-minute mark.